Hello, everyone. How's it going? We're back. We're back on live. Fortunately, you guys have to deal with my ugly mug now and not the lovely Jason Keller, so I apologize in advance for that. So, yeah, we're going to be live with beabadoobee in just a little bit here. I'm hanging out in my office, chilling on this Friday afternoon. Hope you guys are doing okay, staying safe. What are you listening to? What albums? What songs? What's on your mind? What's on your brain? Hello, 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 hello. Lots of people coming in. Brain dead. I feel that, Emazio. Oh, Mark Langan, Kevin. Okay, all right. Haley Williams, too. Yeah, I gotta listen to the second half of the Haley Williams. That today, and the Jenny Beth solo album is out today. Her first thing outside of Savages. I'm excited to listen to that later this afternoon. Kiev, Pearl Jam, too. All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All good. People still joining in. We're going live with beabadoobee at 3 o'clock here, Eastern time, guys. So just hanging out, chilling before she joins in here. I'm in my office. Yeah, nice chill Friday afternoon. Trying to do more of these, keep in touch with artists as we, have to keep to ourselves in these times. And lucky enough, a lot of people have been very kind and very willing to speak as well. So it's been good. Mother's Day this Sunday, guys, too. I'll throw that reminder out there for you. I already got my mom a gift, and I can tell you what it is because I know she's not watching. It's a bottle of Bailey's, always a good standby, a little bit of booze, especially these days. I guess if mom wants to take a load off, but yeah, that's my big gift. So please don't at my mom and her non-existent Instagram account. So hell yeah. Was driving in today. Lots of turkeys on the road. It's nice. Seeing a lot of wildlife. The drive up Vermont has been lovely. A lot of ground varmin too. Lots of gophers and what have you. I think it's good. It's nice. Spring has officially sprung, and I'm a little bummed we're going to be missing you guys at Washington Park tomorrow, of course. But hey, they're in spirit, and hopefully you guys have been checking out that Capital Region cover stuff, seeing all the local bands do a bunch of cool new music. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Be sure you're following the people that you like online. Stay updated with that stuff. And yeah, not much else. My life has been very boring. In my free time, it's mostly been reading books and watching shows. Playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is getting very bad, but I'm gonna soldier through it. I'm still having fun, because I care about those dumb characters from my childhood. It's been alright. It's been alright, so, hell yeah. Let's see what time we got here. Whoop. Nope. Oh yeah, I also apologize for that. I think I'm as pale as a ghost right now, because there's only this one fluorescent light. We have fluorescent lights all through the station because it was built, tuned up back in the 80s. And I think just getting it done was the priority, not exactly comfort and proper lighting in every office. So there's a fluorescent light without a cover. So I'm not a ghost. I'm not dead, despite rumors to the contrary. I'm just me hanging out. And yeah, we're going to be going live with beabadoobee in just a little bit. I hope you guys caught. I'm going to be asking her about it a little later on this afternoon. The 88 Rising special that they did a couple nights ago, Asia Rising Forever. She was on that, played a couple of tunes, and had some neat stuff to say. So we'll probably talk a little bit about that at some point here, and I think she even may play a song or two. So I hope you guys stick around. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to grab a coffee and a water. I'll be right back. I'm going to leave the stream going. Okay. I got coffee, I got water. I think we're gonna be ready to go with this thing. Francis Jane, yes, B is going live with us in just a little bit here. Should be right at 3 o'clock. Hey Craig, how's it going, man? Good to see some familiar faces in chat. Hey, all right. I can't believe someone noticed this is an Uzumaki sweatshirt. Thanks, Grant. Yeah, this is, I got this a couple of years ago because I just love this panel. Junji Ito is just like, he's one of my favorite artists of all time. He's fucking great. His particular brand of horror and the macabre is very, very good. He just put out a new art book that I was able to pick up last week. That's one of the things I've been reading, his Twisted Visions art book. It's very, very, very good. So, one I'd highly recommend if you like yourself some horror, if you want a little, scary, spooky, traumatic time, I guess, if things aren't already traumatic enough for you. Read some good horror manga. So, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I can swear. We're on Instagram. It's fucking fantastic, frankly. Hey, Jeff's here. What up, man? Hey, Michelle. All right, people are rolling in now. Nice. All right. What have you guys been, not just apart from music, I'm sure you guys are doing a lot of stuff while you're coming on there. Francis Jane, yes, B is going to be joining us live very, very shortly. She'll be here. I've just been kind of chatting about things that I've been staying busy with here while we're, quarantining, keeping to ourselves. A lot of anime, a lot of books, a lot of games, just staying in touch with friends, playing a lot of video games online, a lot of golf with your friends. That's what I definitely recommend if you want to do a little bit of mini golf. It's not the same as being there with friends, but it's a good one to pass the time. You guys read any good books, good music, of course, any good shows or anything you're going through while you're keeping to yourselves and staying safe? Francis Jane, anime suggestions. So, the one I really loved, I think it was my favorite since Kill la Kill was out almost half a decade ago. Keep Your Hands Off Izoken is a really, really good new one. It's just like a tribute to all things creative, and it's fantastic. It follows 3 girls in high school who are just coming up and want to get into animation in different regards. Oh, Grant, yes. Gantz is one of my favorites. That was one of the first manga I ever read, actually. But yeah, Keep Your Hands Off Izoken. It's just this tribute to animation itself, which I'm super passionate about. So I've been watching that. And I also have slowly been working my way through Naruto, because I never watched the whole thing anyway. So yeah, it's been good watching that with friends remotely and streaming and doing all that stuff in the meantime. So yeah, staying busy. Oh, thank you, PJ. I love Chelmiko too. Oh, I think B's here. Yeah. Hopefully we can get things going here.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, B?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm holding up. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
No, thanks for having me.
It's fantastic, and as much as I wish had been planned, I think initially I would have liked to have been down in Austin doing this face to face, but
yeah,
what can we do? Things have kind of gotten a little out of hand here, and I guess that's as good of a point to start as any. How are you dealing with everything that's going on? Is it just you hunkered down in the UK? How's it going?
It's like basically I've been quarantining with my boyfriend, and he he has a very creative household. So, because the album's coming out in October and the first single's coming out very soon, so we had to do all the creatives for the album and for the single all in his house. So it's been a bit of a challenge, but like I guess it's good that we've been keeping busy and like creative. I guess we have no choice because like
Yeah, what else can you do?
but I guess like that's the beauty of like being stuck indoors as you figure out other ways to do things. You know, I could have went to Austin and we would have, you know, done this in
Yeah.
real life, but I think this is a pretty creative way.
Has there been anything that's been added to the record now? I'm curious about the record, honestly, and I don't want to push you too far because I know, you know, it's been a long time coming. You're working on it, so whatever you're allowed to say. But have you added anything to it? Has this time creatively given you more time to like spend with it and work on it?
Basically, so I actually recorded a song in my boyfriend's house on a 4-track, so it's on cassette, so it's really pretty, and we just decided, yep, that's going in the album. That was like an extra little thing. It's quite a long album, so I'm quite excited for that. I'm just really excited because there's songs that are like the songs off Space Cadet, which are a bit more rockier. There's literally a song where I do screamo, and there is a song where it's just me and my guitar. So it's a nice mixture of things.
That's especially good to hear because I caught the 88 Rising stream the other night when you were on that, and it was fantastic. You had that cassette player, and you were talking about wanting to capture that Dan Johnston sound. I think it's really, really fucking rad that you're gonna.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love the way it sounds. So.
Yeah, it's good stuff. A lot of people too. I think in this digital age, keeping analog alive means it means a lot. But you brought up your EPs too. Love Space Cadet. There's been so many in such a short amount of time, and I think people are really struck by, if anything, other than the quality of your music, it's just how prolific you are. Is this something that you had always planned? Did all this stuff kind of just bubble up at once? Were these ideas just dying to escape from your head? And do you feel pressure to kind of keep up the pace now?
I guess it was like, I think the way I write music and the way it comes, the way I bring it out to the world is more so of like a type of therapy for me. Because I guess if there was a world where I couldn't write songs, I'd probably be super fucked up, you know? Like I have to write songs to be fine. And I guess that's why I write so much, because it's a bit like a diary entry. And even if there are some words that don't make sense, I guess that's just the shit in my brain that doesn't make any sense, you know? And all my EPs were released and were written during a certain particular time in my life, you know, loved ones. Like there was a lot of like relationship problems, and Space Cadet was just like when I was finally starting to accept myself, and I was getting into Sonic Youth and Pavement, Dinosaur Jr. And I guess this album kind of represents that whole thing. Like I took like this. It's quite scared. That's why I'm quite scared of releasing it, because there are some songs where it's like, shit, like everyone's gonna figure out why I'm so fucked up now, you know.
Kind of reached a point, I think, though, too.
Yeah, so it's like a mixture from like childhood trauma to, you know, the problems I have today. So I guess it's different from the EPs, but I guess that's why I write so much.
And you bring up some of your influences there too, you know, the Kim Gordons, the Sonic Youths of the world, Karen O, Yes, Dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's so awesome to have you kind of carrying forward that sound in particular. And having read other interviews you've done, you talked about kind of having to sonically find your way, you know, that you some of the Filipino stuff from mom and dad, but when it largely came to, I think, like the music that's in the pop consciousness, we're discovering and exploring different things. Was there ever a time you thought about not going with the kind of lo-fi bedroomy thing? Were there any other sounds that kind of struck you along the way that you thought like, ooh, maybe I'd like to dive into that?
Oh yeah, totally, like some Aphex Twin type of shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like I know there's gonna be like, you know, every time I have like a phase and I'm living within a phase, I'm like, yes, this is it, this is who I am. And like right now, oh fuck, I was about to say the album name.
Oh,
but I'm like in that phase, and I'm like right now I'm like, yes, this is my phase for life. Like this is who I am. And like that's okay, but I know I'm gonna change when I'm older, and I guess I need to like accept that. Like, you can, on Spotify, you can see like my discography and how much shit changes throughout me writing music.
Yeah,
So
almost like you'll have like a nice collection of snapshots looking back. Very
yeah.
smart if you keep releasing all that stuff. Another thing that I really want to ask you about, because this is something I struggle with too. My parents, like, you know, God bless them, they're older, but they just stopped listening to music after the 80s were over. They called it in 89. They were just, they're done with it. The Berlin Wall fell, and they gave up. I was wondering if because I heard too, you had a hard time trying to find that stuff without, you know, your parents, they didn't like play you anything in the car or anything like that. Have you tried to get your mom or dad like hooked on a band or any of those bands that
Oh
inspired?
yeah. Well, I guess now I'm noticing and getting into the bands that my mom used to play me. Well, not now, but like, I guess I've started noticing where all my music taste is coming from. So it was obviously like very strong OPM, original Pinoy music, which is amazing. So like, and but then my mom growing up, I like have this, you know, memory of her showing me Susanna Vega and Alanis Morissette and Sheryl Crow and all these amazing female front women. And like, I listen to them now, and it's only now where I'm understanding, oh yeah, that's like from my mom showing me that music video and me being super interested. Yeah, so it is like, and now, because at first, like, my parents were very not understanding about this whole music situation, because like I got kicked out of school, and like they were like, what the fuck, like, why are you becoming a musician now, like, shut up. But yeah, now that they understand everything more, my mom is like so supportive, my dad's so supportive, and they're really into music that I like, and yeah, it's just happy.
That's fantastic. And two, I think it's coming along with the meteoric success you've had in just such a very short time. You've met a bunch of people. I Wish I Was the Alchemist is one of my favorite tracks off of Space Cadet. And then I saw back in October when you guys were able to get together. How did that come about? Did he hear the tune first and then get in touch with you, or was it a chance thing?
Oh my god, it was like, oh, so I remember the tweet when I was like, I released Stephen Mack, I Wish I Was Stephen Mack, because I was like, fuck, I hope he hears.
Yeah.
And he tweeted it, and he was like, this shit's weird, because like, obviously, he's like, what the fuck is a song about me? And I was like, no way. And then he really liked it, and he came to see me in at the Portland gig with Claro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was surreal. Like, at one point I didn't think he was gonna come, because like we didn't hear back, and then I saw the back of his head, and I was like, that's
Nice.
him. That's my boy. I know him by the back of his head. I don't even know him in real life. But yeah, I was like in awe. I was like trying to like stay normal.
Is there anyone I'm hoping to run into along the way as you continue your career?
Oh, anyone who I want to run into?
Yeah, who are you most hoping to meet? Who would you want to get in touch with? Right?
Oh, 100% Mickey from Lush. Mickey from Lush, hands down. Like, I remember this is so weird, but I remember doing, I was playing at Latitude Festival, and I'm like, this is like a good few months after playing Latitude, and I saw Mickey had tweeted a picture of me and my band playing at Latitude Festival and saying, well, we're good. And I was like, fuck. Fuck. She watched me play.
Yeah,
Like,
that's your in. You got to chase that.
yeah, she's so, she's amazing. She's like some badass Asian chick with red hair. And then, yeah, she's perfect.
Fucking rad.
Mm-hmm.
And I know too, the Moldy Peaches especially. You've talked a lot about the Juno soundtrack and that getting you there too, and wanting to soundtrack a film yourself. I was curious, and you said too your favorite film, Where the Wild Things Are. What kind of movie would you want to soundtrack? Is there a particular thing you'd have in mind, or would it just be like any gig that came your way?
It'd have to be something like, I'd have to watch and be like, holy fuck, I'm gonna, like, yes, you know.
Okay.
Probably something like, I don't know. Just a nice film, Sean film. Just a really pretty film.
Would you ever maybe consider, would you ever make a film? Would filmmaking ever be something that,
Yeah.
Yeah?
I feel like my boyfriend's watching this and he's like, no, don't make a film, because he's a director. And I'm like, yes, I'm gonna make a film.
Music video too, maybe. Hey, with that coming up, would you ever
Yeah,
direct your own
exactly. Oh, I'd love to. I mean, like, because we filmed this music video by ourselves. I had a bit of creative input, and I see how complicated this shit is. Like we had like a Bolex, like trying to fucking film, and it's crazy how the boys just kind of like have to learn everything like as they go, and it turning out amazing because you got like the final thing today, and we're like,
right? Yeah,
you know,
it's
but
a
yeah.
thrill when it's done too, and I think you learn a lot of stuff the way in filmmaking. At least
Mhm.
little experience of shooting high school plays coming up through secondary school. But anyway, it's largely covering most of the stuff that I really wanted to ask you about too. Is there anything else that you wanted to add, talk about here before we maybe get into a few tunes, if you'd be so kind?
Oh, that's I guess it's my album is coming out around October. I just want to take my time. The singles are coming out within that period. The first single's coming out very soon, and I just can't wait for people to listen to new music, man. From
Well,
me.
we can't wait to get it on the air here and get informing people stateside. So thanks so much again for just taking
Thank
the
you for having me.
yeah, absolutely. And hey, I'll leave it to you too now. One song, two songs, whatever is feeling good for you. You take it away.
Okay, I'm doing 2 songs. This first one's called Summer Often by me.
Okay.
Keep your head down. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. I think the sound's not working. This is why I hate Instagram live streams. Well, my second song, I can't really. Can you guys hear me? Well, I'm just gonna play Coffee. So, I'm just gonna play Coffee. I'm gonna read your lips. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm gonna play Coffee. This is my last song. Okay. I'm gonna play Coffee. Can y'all hear me? We can hear. Okay, I'm gonna play Coffee. Right, sick. This is my last song.